They rarely appeared on television screens and were hardly mentioned during the heated presidential campaigns. Yet, behind the scenes, they played a role in moving candidates across the country. The campaign drivers. From dusty and bumpy roads and tense political environments, these drivers endured it all. At times, they even spent nights on the road when journeys became impossible. Through every challenge, they remained firm on the wheel, ensuring the candidates reached voters and returned safely. One such driver is Fred Mafabi, commonly known as Uncle Jack, one of the drivers who drove the Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Nandala Mafabi throughout the campaign trail. Fred Mafabi had been Nandala Mafabi's driver during his time as Member of Parliament. However, being entrusted with driving a presidential candidate came as a shock to some, but also a moment of pride for him.
I used to
drive Nandala Mafabi when he was a member of parliament. He assured me that even if he became president, I would remain his driver. When he was nominated to run for president, many people doubted that I would be the one to drive him. But Mafabi said, "It is you that will drive me."
Upon receiving the assignment, Fred says he immediately prepared himself, ensuring all his documents and permits were in order.
For us in Bugisu, we had never had one of our own contest for the presidency. Now we do, Nandala Mafabi, and the fact that I'm the one who drove him fills me with pride. I know I'm on a different level. I am not like other drivers.
Fred says his day started 4 hours before departure for most days. His first task was to ensure the vehicle was mechanically fit and clean, ready for the long journeys ahead.
If we are scheduled to set off at 10 a.m., I would wake up as early as 6:30 a.m. to ensure the vehicle is in perfect condition. Mafabi trusted me with this job from 2021 after the last general election. And that trust has continued to this day.
He describes himself using the phrase "ever steady," a phrase he lived by throughout the campaign. Whether the vehicle was parked while the candidate addressed crowds from the open roof or moving through crowded areas, Fred says he never left the driver's seat.
As the person always on the steering wheel, my duty goes beyond driving. I have to protect the presidential candidate. Sometimes even the security detail may not notice a potential risk, so I must stay alert at all times.
From early morning departures to late night arrivals, these drivers were entrusted with the lives of presidential candidates. Every sudden stop, unfamiliar vehicle, or excited crowd posed a potential risk. One moment in Budaka district where chaos erupted and live bullets were fired, a quick decision of whisking the candidates away from danger had to be made. Crowd sizes detected driving speed, slow when moving through large gatherings, and fast when security demanded it. Despite the presence of security personnel, Fred says constant alertness remained key.
We used to cover very long distances every day, non-stop. At first, it was tiring, but with the time, as the campaign went on, we got used to it.
Fred calls driving a talent he developed after dropping out of Senior 3 due to school fees challenges. What started as a means of survival became a lifelong profession. He praises Nandala Mafabi for creating a friendly working environment as he would openly communicate.
What made this job easier was the relationship we had. Whenever I was hungry while on the road, I could freely tell him, and he would ask me to stop at the next restaurant something you may not find with many bosses.
However, one unforgettable challenge remains the country's poor road network. In some areas, slippery roads forced the team to sleep along the way, unsure whether they would make it to the next destination.
What I will never forget are the roads. We suffered. In places like Agago, Abim, Kitgum and Otuke, the roads are extremely bad. Some days we got stuck completely. If it were not for the strong boys we moved with, who helped push and rescue the vehicles, we would not have managed. Those roads are unforgettable.
Fred had hoped that if the FDC presidential candidate won, he would continue serving as his driver at State House. The dream did not materialize, but maybe next time. Nobat at Kunda, NTV Weekend Edition.